Welcome. Travel, explore, and enjoy India with me. Bharat Darshan, your travel host. In this video, we will tour Chanderi, mesmerizing magical town of Madhya Pradesh. Before we enter Chanderi, please subscribe to Bharat Darshan channel if you have not done it. Like, share, and comment after the virtual tour. Chanderi. When the term Chanderi is mentioned, the majority of the people will think about the sari by the same name. That is completely fine and justified. Chanderi is extremely popular among historians and textile traders because of history and saris. Let us discuss about saris later and start our unforgettable journey of Chanderi. Chanderi is a popular but small town situated just between Malwa and Bundelkhand regions in Madhya Pradesh. The place is located along the Betwa river, making it an amazing option to explore. Chanderi is a town of historical importance in Ashoknagar district. It is situated at a distance of 127 kilometers from Shivpuri, 37 kilometers from Lalitpur, 55 kilometers from Ashoknagar, and about 46 kilometers from Isagarh. It is surrounded by hills southwest of Betwa river. Chanderi is surrounded by hills, lakes, forests, and is spotted with several monuments of the Bundela Rajputs and Malwa Sultans. It is famous for ancient Jain temples. The earliest legends relate Chanderi to the times of Mahabharata. It is said that Chanderi was established by Lord Krishna's cousin, King Shishupala of Chedi, also known as Chandrapura, in the time of Nala Damayanti, where Nala left his wife Damayanti in the forest of Narwar. Chandrapura is believed to be present-day Budhi Chanderi, a town built by Gurjar Pratihara king Kirtipala. Kirti Durg. The very first in the list of things to do in Chanderi is to visit Chanderi Fort. It stands at a height of 71 meters and was constructed back in history by ruler Kirtipal and has since then been renovated many times by several successors to the throne. The Kirti Durg was constructed by Pratihara king Kirtipal and is named after him, and it is standing on the highest point of Chandragiri hills. The huge fort has several interesting monuments inside. There are three ways to approach the fort: climbing through the road from front gate or by trekking from the Jageshwari Mata temple, and third route is from the gateway, which is named as Khuni Darwaza, at the back side of the fort. Gurjar Pratihara king Kirtipal shifted his capital from Budhi Chanderi to the present town of Chanderi in 11th century AD. Ghayasuddin Balban captured the city in 1251 for Nasiruddin Muhammad, Sultan of Delhi. Chanderi was a part of Delhi Sultanate during the rule of Khiljis, Tughlaqs, Saids and Lodhis. Sultan Muhammad I Khilji of Malwa Sultanate captured the city in 1438 after a siege of several months. Rana Sanga of Chittor established a separate vassal kingdom, making its capital at Chanderi, and gave it to Medini Rai. After the death of Medini Rai, Chanderi was annexed and came under Mughal direct administration. The Bundela Rajputs captured the city in 1586 and it was held by Ram Singh Bundela, a son of Raja Madhukar Shah of Ocha. In 1680, Devi Singh Bundela was made governor of the city, and Chanderi remained in the hands of his family until it was annexed in 1811 by Marathas under Daulat Rao Sindhya of Gwalior. The city was transferred to British in 1844. The city transferred back to Sindhyas of Gwalior in 1861 and became a part of Isagarh district of Gwalior state. Jauhar Kund Smarak is situated just outside the fort complex and said that many Rajput women committed Jauhar, an act of self-immolation, just after Medini Rai and his soldiers left the fort to fight the last and the final battle with the forces of Babur. The battle was fought on 29th January 1528. In the Battle of Chanderi, the Mughal Emperor Babur besieged the fort and forced the people inside the fort to accomplish Jauhar and Saka. In an attempt to escape dishonor in the hands of enemy, women and children in their arms jumped into a fire pit to commit the rite of Jauhar. Jauhar was performed with specific purpose in the background of Vedic mantras recited by the priests. Jauhar was performed during the night, and in the morning, the men rubbed the ashes of their dead women folk on their forehead, put on a saffron garment known as kesaria, chew tulsi leaves symbolizing their awareness about approaching death, and decide to fight and die with honor. The method of fighting and dying for the cause of retaining honor was called Saka. Baiju Baura was disciple of Swami Haridas along with Tansen. Chanderi is the birthplace of Drupad maestro Baiju Baura. The musician Baiju Naik or Baijnath Mishra composed Drupads that are even sung today by most of the singers. He was a great musician and was called Baura because of his personality of a fakir in search of music. Baiju was associated with the Gwalior court as a Drupad singer. Baiju Naik breathed his last on the day of Basant Panchami in 1610. There is a Samadhi memorial of Baiju Baura next to the fort campus. Several people visit Chanderi on Basant Panchami day in remembrance of the musician. The Achaleshwar Mahadev Mandir Foundation is organizing an annual Drupad festival at the Raja Rani Mahal in Chanderi as a tribute to the almost forgotten musician. Khuni Darwaza. Local tradition mentions that Rajput captives and prisoners were thrown down this gate during the rule of Malwa Sultans, and their battered corpse was displayed at the gate. Therefore, it came to be named as Khuni Darwaza or the blood-soaked gate. This Khuni Darwaza is one of the entry points to the fort. After witnessing the Kirti Durg, one has to get down from the hill fort to see two important temples at the foot of Chandragiri hill. Jageshwari temple is located on hillside and can be approached by a flight of stairs. It is said that the temple is related to famous foundation story of modern Chanderi. It is believed that Pratihara king Kirtipal has witnessed the miracle of water here. This temple is also considered among 52 Shakti Peeth, and it is here where the Mastak, the head of the goddess Sati, believed to have fallen. On the way to the temple, one can find a Bavali on the left. Kaushak Mahal is an impressive structure situated just 4 kilometers away from the town center on the Isagad road. It was built in the 15th century as a victory monument by the Sultan of Malwa, Mahmud Shah Khilji, to commemorate his victory over Sultan Mahmud Sakri in the Battle of Kalpi. This simple, elegant building with no ornaments has open halls and arches built in Malwa, Islamic, Iranian, Afghani, and Indian architectural styles. Mahmud Shah Khilji named after this building in favor of his wife Kaushak, who gave birth to their son. There is a legend that says that the Sultan had ordered to build this monument in order to provide employment to the people of his kingdom, as Chanderi was facing severe unemployment at that time. The Mahal was planned as a 7-story building, hence it was initially known as Kush Ke Haft Manzil. The 7-storied building, as per plan, now stands with only 3 stories. The building is square in plan, and at the center of each of the 4 sides of the first story, the pillars are tall with arched doorways. There is an argument whether the intended 7 stories were ever completed. Some claim that the upper stories have collapsed with time, while others believe that the project was never finished. The stone used in the construction of the palace was quarried from near Fatehabad and Chioli river. The removal of these boulders resulted in the creation of 2 large water bodies which are now known as Maluka and Sultania ponds. Badal Mahal Darwaza is a beautiful structure situated in the inner town of Chanderi and was built in the 15th century during the reign of Sultan Mahmud Shah Khilji I. In all probability, the gate stood as a doorway to a palace that no longer exists. The beautiful gate with minarets and beautiful patterns attracts the visitors. At present, a well-manicured garden surrounds the Badal Mahal gate. There is a Baudi inside the garden as well. The Badal Mahal gate is quite ionic as it forms the part of the stamp which Madhya Pradesh Handloom Department puts on the hand-woven sarees which Chanderi is famous for. This gate is also seen in the postage seals for the letters posted from Chanderi. It is the most photographed monument of the town. Parameshwara tank was a natural pond and is believed to be existed from the time of Raja Shishupala. The legend says that leprosy-stricken Kirtipala, the Pratihara ruler, took a dip in this pond and was cured. The tank wall was built by Bundela Rajput kings and the pond is now surrounded by temples and various cenotaphs. On the way to the Parameshwara Tal, one can find the Royal Horses Memorial, Maharaja Anirudh Singh's Chhatri, Maharaja Bharat Shah Chhatri and Maharaja Devi Singh Bundela's Chhatri. Lakshman Temple is located right on the banks of Parameshwar Tal, and this temple was built by Bundela King Anirudh Singh in 18th century. The main shrine has an idol of Lakshman and Sheshnag inside. A legend says that a group of pilgrims took rest here on the banks of the pond. They kept the idol of Lakshmana they were carrying and went to sleep. When they woke up, the idol didn't move, and they built a small shrine right here, which was later converted to a temple by Bundela king. Shehzadi Ka Roza, a 15th century tomb built by Hakim Khan, then governor of Chanderi, in memory of his daughter Meherun-Nisa. As per the legend, Meherun-Nisa loved an army chief against her father's wish. When the army of Chanderi went to a war, Hakim Khan arranged soldiers to make sure that the chief does not return from the battlefield alive. However, the commander returned to Chanderi with injuries. He fell from his horse at the very place where the monument is now built. When Meherun-Nisa found out about her lover's return, she rushed to meet him. But on finding him dead, she ended her life as well. Hakim buried the lovers together and built the memorial. He also dug a pond around so that no one can reach the tomb. The pond does not exist today, but Shehzadi Ka Roza stands as a striking monument in the middle of green fields near Parameshwar tank. Kati Ghati Gateway carved out of an entire rock from the link between Malwa and Bundelkhand. The north of this gate is Bundelkhand and on the south the Malwa region starts. The gate is 80 feet high and its construction was commissioned in 1495 by Jimal Khan, the son of the governor of Chanderi, Sher Khan. An inscription from 15th century mentions that this gate was cut out of the rock mountain on the order of Jameen Khan during the reign of Ghias Khan, a Malwa Sultan, to connect Chanderi with Malwa and Bundelkhand. There is an interesting legend associated with the gateway. It is said that the gateway was built to welcome the Sultan of Malwa, who would arrive on the next day. Jiman Khan was searching for someone who could build the gate in one day. Only one mason accepted the challenge. The next morning, Jiman Khan was pleased to find the gateway cut out of the rock, but he also found out that the gate lacked the provision of door hinges. Since it was at such an important position, a door was required for security purpose. Jiman Khan refused to pay the mason his wage for making this mistake and sent him away empty-handed. The mason was dejected and he committed suicide. The gateway still stands without a gate. Sun is setting now. Let us end our tour and start shopping, eating and... Chanderi is famous for the magnificent silken fabrics produced in the town. Since time immemorial, the weavers or bunkaras of Chanderi has been weaving the 9 yards wonder. The Chanderi saris are known for their unique texture, sheen and semi-transparent qualities. The saris are hand-woven cotton, silk or silk mixed with cotton variety. The weaving culture of Chanderi emerged between 2nd and 7th centuries. Chanderi saris are produced from the 3 kinds of fabric: pure silk, Chanderi cotton and silk cotton. Traditional coin, floral art, peacocks and modern geometric designs are woven into different Chanderi patterns. The saris are among the finest in India and are known for their gold and silver brocade or zari fine silk and opulent embroidery. Named after their birthplace Chanderi, these saris have been a favorite with the women of all classes. And why not? The glossy texture, the lightweight and the richness of the fabric are enough to enchant anyone. And any woman who loves handloom weaves is sure to have a few Chanderi saris in her collection. Hope you all enjoyed the virtual tour of Chanderi and have planned to visit the place. Thank you. Please like, share, comment and subscribe Bharat Darshan channel to enjoy virtual tour of Indian tourist places. Thanks once again.